So far, throughout the Ironman challenge, Grug has dabbled in flintnapping, foraging, and trapping, building up our skills to be a well-rounded survivor. And today, I think we ought to focus on carpentry, because that is one of the things that is holding us back a bit, is the actual workstations we need in order to move on up in our world. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of dreading it, everyone, because it's gonna require a lot of work. Anyways, welcome back to the Ironman challenge. Previously, we had just gotten a whole bunch of cloth and other good supplies, such as nails. I think we have about 6 or 7 in total. Let me go check here. Yeah, we have about 7 in total, which is not that much, I'll be honest with you, but it's good enough to get some baselines started. And I think, looking at the outside weather, it's pretty dreary, so we're going to stay inside for this first part, and we are going to be crafting up a whole bunch of axe heads, because we will need a lot of wood, surprise surprise, for carpentry. Thankfully, we do live in the middle of a forest, so the only thing that we need to secure is the tools. So yeah, I guess we're going to start things off with a whole lot of napping. Cool, we got about 8 in total. Now I can make those into actual axes. Oh, we can also make fishing rods now? Oh, that's awesome. I don't really have a use for it because we don't live near any water bodies, but that is nice to know. Where is the crude stone axe? There it is. We will be using the twine mainly because rags and denim don't come cheap. Yeah, we can make how much in total? 12 axes. I'll start off with 5 and see where we want to go from there. Oh, wait a minute, I actually love the new graphics for the stone axes. It looks so much more primitive, and I am a fan of it. But yeah, now that we have the axes, it looks like the rain has kind of calmed down a bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do before we go out and start, cutting down trees. Let me go check our crafting menus. We could butcher up the bird right now, which I'll just do because we can. Then we can go ahead and see what else we can do, which honestly isn't that much right now. Yeah. So I think we ought to just chop down trees for the rest of the day. Ooh, I also do want to check out my traps as well. We may have gotten a little bit of extra food. That's what we're talking about, everyone. Both of the bird traps have been triggered, which means we should be able to check them and get some goodies. Maybe, potentially. No, looks like we didn't get anything there. Okay. Swing and a miss. What about this one down here? Yes, we've gotten another dead bird. We'll pop that in our little pack, rebait, and move down. You know the thing I love about foraging, by the way? By the time we've reached the traps here, we already have enough insects to just rebait them with, no real worry. I also do see one of the traps down over here seems to have gotten something nice. And speaking about trapping, we did grab a head of cabbage, so I will be using that to hopefully trap some more rabbits. Let's see what we got here, though. We got ourselves an Appalachian male rabbit, a very thirsty, well-fed goober. I'm debating killing him right now. Yeah, I think we ought to kill him. As much as I would love to start farming animals, we really don't have the logistics for it right now, nor do I think we're going to be staying here for a while. Your body will not go to waste. I am going to be rebaiting everything and moving from there. I think a good way to build up a little bit of carpentry would be making an animal pen. So I think I will be working on that next. So I think that might be a good project to do in the future. We are back home, though. Let's see what kind of goodies we got from the rabbit. We have 4 cuts of rabbit meat, some more rabbit leather. Sadly, no bones. I will slice up the rabbit head for the brain, at least. I don't think the brains go bad, so we can just kind of keep those in a nice little collection before we start, tanning. Yeah, my rabbit skull collection. That's a normal thing to have, right? Cool. I'll drop off all the, uncooked meat in there, and I will be having that for lunch, I think. Of course, before I go ahead and do that, we are full to bursting, and I think we ought to chop down some trees. Cool. We woke up on a brand new day, and if you look outside, we did a little bit of yard work. So the place looks a lot less overgrown than it did before. Sure, it's a far cry from where it was probably a few years ago, but I think it's a good start. Speaking about good starts, I need some damn food, so we are gonna go grab one of these. Actually, let's grab all these broken branches and we'll use that as a basic firewood. Then I could probably use the wooden splinters as a tinder for my scrap lighter over here. Now let's give that a little bit to cook up. Oh, I almost forgot. We actually have another dead bird here too. We'll just cook that thing whole. Awesome sauce. That should give me enough food to hopefully do all my little projects now. What I'm going to be doing next is moving all of the logs into one big pile to see how many we have in total. Alrighty, I know it's not the most organized, but that's all we can fit into a small little area. That should be more than enough logs to get started. We got like 17 in total, plus another 4 here, so just about like 21. That's a good start. With the flint saw, we should be able to cut a lot of it into planks. Now, what do I need to craft up some basic, carpentry stuff? To make a fence, we would just need logs and twine. That's super easy. We would also need axes and tree branches for seats and stools. And let's see how much we can make. Wow, we are eating up logs like crazy. I spent the entire day chopping down trees and we've already cut it in half. And we have gotten like 10 XP from it in total. I don't think this is going to be it. So I'm going to pivot, even though it does look very nice, into something else instead, and that's cutting up all of these and just placing down fence posts in the middle of the woods to hopefully build up our skills that way. Where is my saw at? Right in here. We'll grab that, and I will just cut a lot of these up into planks. I can do that, right, with the flint saw. Oh my god, we can't. Okie dokie. This may be a little bit rough. Well, with that then, I guess it's the best thing we can do. Maybe I can carve it into something? I'm really trying anything at this point. No, it doesn't look like we can. However, silver lining, I do see something that I have not made before, and that's a bucket. We can make that with carving level 4, and that is a portable water source for me. So yeah, I'm making that immediately. Cool beans, it can hold 10 liters. How does it look? Aw, there's no sprite for it. That's sad. I'll leave it in the corner though. That'll be great to have for water. Well, I guess it's the only thing we really can do right now in terms of building. Maybe I'll go ahead and build out some benches and seats for me though. Yeah, let's build out a bench right outside here. Oh, brother, we're only at 18. We need a better way to do this, everyone. This is gonna be hellish otherwise. There's gotta be something cheap and reliable I can do. We could build wooden crosses. No, we would still need quite a bit for that. I'll be honest, guys, there's not much we can do here right now. Especially because the only way we can carve a plank is with large branches. Well, I guess we'll see how much we can get done here at least then. Oh, cool, everyone. Guess who got another rabbit? Do we have anything to bait it with? Yeah, we got potatoes, which I think would work. We're also finding quite a few of these large planks, which is really nice. Honestly, I might not worry about trapping for a bit, because obviously we're going to get a lot of little goobers here. Okay, well, we'll go kill this Appalachian baby rabbit. We're gonna check this one here. What do we got? Another baby rabbit, huh? Well, sorry, not sorry. You're dead. We'll chop you up into little leather pieces. I will say, I severely underestimated how rough this entire trip was gonna be in terms of, in terms of building up carpentry. Hey, good news at the very least. We have 4 large branches just from going outside for a little bit, so we will have a few planks to go around, which I'm going to be saving for the actually helpful stuff, like the loom and other things like that. Everything else can go back inside here, though. Same thing with the seeds. Let's go ahead, cut up the dead rabbits. Oh, wait, we can get bones from them. Oh, I never realized that. Okay, awesome. That'll be another piece gone. Where are the other bone pieces around here, then? Because I definitely cut up more than just a few rabbits. Yeah, there's some here. Okay, good, good, good. Yes, we get animal bones from those! Oh, that means I don't have to go off on a massive journey for them, then. That is such a nice boon. It is also good to know that where you butcher animals, their skeleton will just be dropped, where it is. I also do see another right down here. We'll chop you up. Awesome. We got a level of butchering too. That'll give me 2 animal bones, 12 bone pieces. We might be able to make a needle with that then. Awesome. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. It's been so many days. If we check our watch right now, Grug has been alive in the wilds for about 9 days, 22 hours, just about making our 10th day alive. And I was about to say we haven't been making lots of progress, but looking around, you can actually start to see a lot of changes around here, so I'm gonna scratch that and say that we are doing a pretty damn good job so far. I am mainly happy about those bones, because I should be able to carve out a needle right here at carving level 4. We just need a sharp bone fragment, in which I can get very easily right here with some bone pieces. That will also level up my carving. So how about we get 6 of those sharp bones? Damn, 21 carving XP a pop too. That is a good amount. Okay, we definitely need to keep those rabbits coming on in then. Do not cut apart Filbert, please. Yeah, we can make bone forks, bone awls, bone knives. Let's go ahead and get an awl. That's useful for sewing and leatherworking, I'm pretty sure. Then we will carve out a sewing needle. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the fleshing tool out of the way as well. Damn, sewing needles are very good with XP, by the way. Can I craft up any real clothing now? Oh, look at that! We can make animal skull necklaces. That is pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, you know what? Let's make one of those for old Grug. I think we've earned it. And we can also sew foot wraps, hand wraps, bandeaus, and rag bandanas. Oh, we're moving on up in the world. Before I go ahead and do that, though, I would like to see what we can do with the loom. But first, let's make a cool animal skull necklace. Oh my gosh, not only that, though. Can we make thread? We can. All I need are rags, and we have quite a bit of that. No animal sinew, sadly. Yeah, alright, let's craft up, what, 6 thread? That should be a pretty good amount. Oh, you really don't get a lot of thread per thing, though. And it looks like they're all different colors, too. I don't really care too much about the colors, though, so it'll all be pink thread. With that, can I make anything else? We can make a neck guard. That sounds pretty nice. Oh, looking good, Grug. Looking good. Okay, you know what? I am also going to be crafting up some rag clothing, just so we have something a little bit. I've been looking over quite a few of the recipes as well, and it does look like we will need scissors for some of them. So I won't be able to make too much, but the leather ones aren't that bad. Can I do anything else before I go off and chop down more trees, though? We would need some leather strips in order to make a lot of these bone things. Is there anything else we could use for it? No. Can I chop up the rabbit leather? No. You know what? Maybe we should start to make some of the animal processing stations then. In which we're gonna need 2 planks, 2 nails for a softening beam. Easy enough. A tannin barrel as well. We can do that. I think that should be everything so far, though. Yeah, why the hell not? Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Oh no. Alrighty everyone, bad news. In order to tan properly, we need a bowl of brain tan, which means we need a bowl. Fun fact, we can't make a bowl right now. So, that's kind of out of the way. But we do have the 2 down there at the very least. I guess with that, we may just have to chop down trees for the rest of the day. It's fine, we can build up resources. This is all a long-term project to get to where I need to be. We can get some basic clothing, and as soon as we have some clothing and a decent baseline, I can move somewhere else and build out my nice little abode. For now, though, this is all we got. I'm gonna make 1,000,000 axes, and we'll see how much farther we can get. I'm looking at masonry too, and I've made a big mistake, everyone. Fun fact, we need masonry levels in order to make a stone wheel for the pottery wheel. We don't have that either. We can get the large stone easy. It's just everything else. How much do I get from crushing limestone? This is very important. 1.6 XP per, huh? Oh no, bro. We might be here a little bit. One cool thing, though, is we can make a kiln, an advanced kiln. Can I do anything masonry related that might make it a little easier? Okay, yeah. I can use 10 liters of water with a carved bucket and 50 grass cuttings. That is all very doable. I need to see how much that would actually give me. But first, let's chop down all the trees and see how many logs we get after. Bad news, everyone. That is going to be all of our axes. Good news, though, is I just realized you can get your flint flakes back. So I might be able to use these for something. I'm not sure if I could use the broken ones. But looking around, we should have some flint flakes around the area that are still in good condition that I can move over and still use. So that's nice, right? Oh, we won't be able to use these, though, huh? At the very least, we can repurpose some of the heads, which will be a total of 3, it seems. Oh, we also do have 5 flint flakes here. Okay, we still have quite a bit then. That's good. I'm gonna sit down for a minute and eat some food. Then I can figure out what we can do next. Give it up for day 11, everyone! Day 11, I chopped down some trees, and I also ruminated and thought a little bit, and I came to some good conclusions. One, in order to save the, smaller stones for better things, one thing that I might want to start to do is nap out large axe heads. In order to do that, though, we need level 4 napping, which is not as bad as you might think, because I figured out by napping out these stone saws, we can get about 50 experience a pop. And if you look at our current napping level, we should be pretty close to it. Yeah, we're at 278 out of 750. So we would need a total of, I think about 10 saws would get me to level 4. We have 6 flint flakes here. But if I go, actually, no, that's all we can really have right now. Well, we're gonna have to go foraging, it seems, but that is something we could start to work towards. I am gonna see how far I can get with these 11 or so logs, though, and build out at least to the end of the fence line here. That's all we can really do. I'm not sure if there's any other branches that I'm missing. We do have 4 more logs down here, and we do have some large branches in general, which I will be able to use. Matter of fact, let me go chop those up right now. I am getting so distracted, everyone. I need to, actually lock in. But I went ahead and moved all the stuff over. Now I'm gonna go and do the thing that I set out to do, and that's grab all of the grass cuttings down here. And I'm gonna see if making concrete paste would actually give me any masonry experience. Because if that's the case, then we might actually have a semi-achievable pipeline being out in the middle of the damn woods. We'll have to see about that, though. Moment of truth, everyone. Let's mix her up. Bada boom. That did not give me any masonry XP, but we do have clay cement, which means I will be able to research this craft. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that? Maybe we can get something... Ooh, a bucket maul? That sounds pretty awesome. Damn, we need a lot more maintenance XP for that. But with this, can we craft, let's see here, a stone cabinet? We could. So it looks like we're just gonna need a whole lot of stones, everyone. Oh, yeah. I kinda see the grind now. Well, before we go ahead and do that, let's see if I can at least get to level 5 or level 4 napping with the small things we do have. You know, that would be a good start, I would say. Oh, look at that. We got more rabbits, everyone. That's a good sign. Sadly, we didn't get any birds, but those are little to nothing compared to rabbits. That's what, 3 traps done? Not bad. We also went ahead and collected some stones and large stones to see how much XP we can get from that too. Aw, dude, it's a good haul for rabbits today. Let's see here. We got a raccoon. That's a lot of meat right there. Let's go check this one. Wait, you can't get away. I'm sorry. No. That was so much. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. God dang it, dude. That was so much. I'm not gonna think about it. Let me just drop off all the stones here at least. That would be enough. Let's go see actually what this shelf would bring us. 1.6 Masonry XP, huh? Oh my, this is gonna be a long day. This is gonna be a long challenge, everyone, but I'm here to win it. I've played Unreal World before. Anyways, I'm gonna go head back, grab even more stones, because we're gonna need 1,000,000,000,000 stones. And we're gonna see what other, animals we have. Which is gonna be a raccoon. We'll go ahead, oh, we gotta do a couple more like that. What else do we got? Just a normal rabbit. Perfect. I'll be able to kill you right now then. Okay, we got the last one here. What is it? Oh, another rabbit. Beautiful. I am going to rebait everything with thistles because all the carrots and dandelions in my inventory are rotten. Still, this is going to keep me alive for quite a while, and I am very happy for what the world has given me. It'll give me time to just grind away skills ad nauseum. Anyways, with the rest of the time we have today, I think what we're gonna do is build out the fence lines. Hey, would you look at that? We got half of the fence line finally done, everyone. That's very nice. Very awesome and very cool. What's my skill at now for carpentry? We're halfway there! Yippee! I think we're not gonna be getting carpentry today, if you want me to be completely honest. Maybe in the future. Not today, though. Which means for the rest of the day, I'm gonna see if I can make my way to level 4 napping. If I can, that would be extremely nice. Another day, another dollar, everyone. We got some food at the very least, and I am gonna get to level 4. Flintnapping if it's the last thing I do. We're going to craft up another crude knife, we are going to nap out saws, and we're going to see how far we can get. That'll be even more saws. Sadly, I can't disassemble them, so they're going to go into this like little closet. How much more do I need then? We just need 2 more, or even just 1 more to be honest. With that then, we're going to go out and look because a sunk cost fallacy has kicked in like crazy. Just 1 stone. That's all I need right now. We have a big awareness range. This should be relatively easy. We are going to be heading out towards the road for better chances. There it is. We got the 2 flint nodules. That will be everything we need, and we're even getting large branches too, which is going to be perfect because we can get more planks with that. You know what? Nature provides. I just need to look out a little bit more. Yeah. All right, it's time to get at least some skill upgrade today. Oh, it's been a long day. Boom, baby! That's what it's all about. Now I can actually nap out these large axe heads, which I'm hoping will give me even more XP, because this is a lot more sustainable compared to something like just foraging out for, flint nodules. Let's see. 65 XP? That's huge. You know what that is? That is a reliable source of axes, everyone. Okay, I will actually be able to grind up skills a hell of a lot easier. It just required a little bit of elbow grease, all of my mental health, and just, a little bit of luck. Now I should be able to make axes. Very nice ones at that. I just need large handles, which I can craft easy peasy lemon squeezy with a large branch. Cool. We got like 1,000,000 of those. We now can make large stone axes, which should hopefully be a lot better than the other ones we've been making. I am gonna sit down, because I sure as hell think we've earned a break. We still have so much more to do, so many things to, conquer, but we are slowly and steadily making this place our own. Anyways, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more as Grug toils away in the woods alone. I really do wish I would have picked a place closer to a river, because, gosh, that would have been nice. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.